My first impressions of iNZOI. First off, I was fully expecting to not be able to play this game based on the computer specs that I read on Steam here. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. So most of my time was spent building in the game, and my overall impressions of build mode is a little quirky. For example, when I was trying to place this roof down, I had a hard time being able to place another roof on top of it. Thankfully, somebody in chat had told me that if you hold down the Alt key, then you're able to place a roof on top of another roof. First fix is allow a roof to be inside of a roof. This also works if you're trying to place another object on top of another object, or even inside of an object. More on this in a moment. Another quirk is floors. It seems they work best when you actually create a room, which will then allow you to paint that room's floor with different textures and styles. However, I'm used to the traditional method of placing down floor tiles and being able to drag it wherever we want, like in The Sims. I'm unsure if you're able to do that in this game, but it seems that they only work best when creating a room or placing down these big floor pads, but even still, it's super awkward. It feels restrictive. Design-wise, I think placing down floor tiles wherever you want is a little bit more user-friendly and just easier to work with. So the last thing I want to talk about is coloring objects. You can use the eyedropper tool to copy colors from one object to another. However, this only works for objects that are the same. So in this example, we have two counters, and I'm not able to copy one color to the other. So I'm hoping that this is something that can get fixed in the future to make coloring objects a little bit more universal. To tie everything together, I feel like there should be a simple and detailed build mode button that players can switch on or off at any time, like in iNZOI. I think this would help make build mode easier and more user-friendly. This way players can build simple or all detailed, or even a mix of the two. And finally, I mentioned earlier how you can place objects inside each other. With this idea, players wouldn't have to worry about needing to make sure their walls are the correct length in order for objects to fit together, like when making a kitchen, for example. So this idea proposes that 4 little squares is about the length of many objects, like a standard cabinet, typical window, or door size. So in simple mode, 4 mini squares would really just be one large square. Overall, I feel iNZOI has a really solid foundation, and I'm really excited to see more of this game and what it has to offer. I think with these proposed changes, it can make building feel more rewarding and overall easier to understand. Let me know what you guys think about what we discussed today. Leave a comment and a like if you enjoyed this video. In the next video, I want to go over the gameplay of iNZOI, so don't forget to subscribe so you can get notified when that video comes out.